Hello, welcome. This is episode 66 of So Well Spoken. I'm Moris. With me is Angelus.
Yo.
And Mike.
What's up?
So recently we lost John Witherspoon.
Yeah.
His resume is just incredible. Like when you look at it, his impact on Black culture in America. He was on the Richard Pryor show. He was on What's Happening. He was on Good Times. He was on in Hollywood Shuffle. I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. House Party. Martin. He was on an episode of Fresh Prince. He was on Living Single. He was in the Five Heartbeats. The Friday series.
I don't remember Five Heartbeats.
He did a voice for the Proud Family.
I'm not surprised.
And of course, his work on the Boondocks.
Yeah, man, it sucks. Like, all the good ones are getting taken out. Meanwhile, evil people still run amok.
Haven't the last three podcasts started with people dying?
Yes, but that's just because very important. Some pillars of the Black community have died.
That's sad. I was looking forward to hearing them in a new Boondocks. Was it like a movie or something like that? That was a drop next year?
New season.
It's going to be hard not hearing Granddad in the new show.
Yeah. He was also in the Wayne Bros show.
Yeah, of course. That's why I was first introduced into him before Friday. Was the Wayans brothers playing Pop, and from then on, it's like he became everybody's Pop. Yeah. So definitely going to miss his energy that he brought to each and every project that he put on, and I wish the best for the family. Bang bang, bang bang. In other news, Popeyes came back with a chicken sandwich.
Have either of you got to try it yet?
I tried it when it came out. Initially.
I tried it when it came out, but I have not got to try it again because that line, bro. That shit never goes down.
I have not even gotten it once yet.
I like it. But, again, I've only got to try it once. That line just does not go down,
so
ever.
Someone that's had it about probably 6 or 7 times by now. Let's see, I first got it when it was first, like, it hit, like, kind of like, the hype was just starting to hit Twitter. So the lines were, like, long. But it was, like, lunchtime. So it wasn't that bad. And I stopped trying to go get it when the lines got mad long. Like, when it got completely ridiculous. I remember this dude came out, was like, yo, YouTube, what's up, guys? It's whatever his name was. I'm at the Popeyes. He said chicken sandwich better than Chick-fil-A. I'm like, damn, you on this shit, nigga. And so I was like, it's good. It's great. It's a good chicken sandwich. It's a thick piece of meat. Like, you know how the memes about how Chick-fil-A is like chicken sandwiches are like raised and loved and shit. Like, I don't know if these chickens are raised and loved. Them chickens like something they fought before they decided to die or something like that. Like they had to go on the Chicken Coliseum, and whoever died had to go and get cooked because them things are thick. But
Mike, what kind of wine did you say you were having this evening?
It was some Chardonnay.
So you kept it classy.
Yeah, I still got a whole bottle of Moscato I'm saving to Thanksgiving, but I may open that up tonight. Anyways. it's a legit chicken sandwich, and with Popeyes like sweet heat. Oh my god, it's amazing. It's really good. I don't know if I'd stab anybody over it, but yeah, it's good.
Is it spicy or nothing, or is the regular one okay?
I get the regular one because I want to add the extra sauces, and I don't want to compete. Because the first one I had, the spicy sandwich I had, they put way too much spicy sauce on there. I don't know how that was possible, but they did. And my mouth was burning up, and I was like, ah. So I decided just to get the regular one. So I want that like the honey mustard and the sweet heat. And I was like, yeah, I think I prefer that because I can put more sauces with it, and it won't mess with the spiciness. Now, if I wanted the spicy one, I can get it, and I don't have to put anything on it, and it's great. But I just prefer to add a little extra to mine. I mean, it's a nice non-homophobic, alternative if you're willing to wait. And the Popeyes nearest you doesn't run out. I went to like 3 Popeyes the first time it came out the same day. So I really want to try it.
My local one has a big poster that says it's back with the picture of the chicken sandwich.
Okay.
But you get up to the window and they have a sign since the first day it came back that says they're out.
Are there no other Popeyes close to you? I mean,
It's a drive to the next closest one.
jeez, it's like 3 and like 15 minutes apart, at least.
Like the one that would reliably have it is in like North Long Beach, and I don't really want to go there to get a Popeye sandwich. And so the safest, closest one's just too far.
Right.
Makes sense.
Safest. I just thought about that. Dang. I mean, fair enough. You're not trying to get, jacked up in the Popeyes or whatever because somebody is on the hype train a little too hard. Fair enough.
Yeah, the last time it was around, I went to the one in North Long Beach, and they didn't have it either. So I felt like I just put my life on the line for no reason.
Fair enough.
Like, it would be bad enough to get, to take a loss going to get a chicken sandwich, but then to not even get the sandwich in the process?
I'd say it's worth it, but I don't want to put you through any danger that you don't feel comfortable being in.
You should go for it anyway.
I might. It's been forever. I didn't even get one the first time around.
I mean, think about it, man. You went to Compton for weed, so what's North Long Beach?
I feel like it wasn't so bad in Compton because what I was doing was illegal. For some reason, like no one in my vicinity wanted the cops around, so it was a neutral vibe.
Makes sense.
All right, so in politics,
oh god,
Stephen Miller, who has been basically the architect of the current administration's immigration plans. There's a story written about him by Michael Edison Hayden for the Southern Poverty Law Center.
That's a long ass name.
Where in this article he wrote about Stephen Miller, he has leaked emails that he was sending to and from Breitbart. And the article says, in this, the first of what will be a series about these emails, Hate Watch, which is the Southern Poverty Law Center's like its own section of their website. Mm-hmm. It says exposes the racist source material that's influenced Miller's vision of policy. That source material, as laid out in his emails to Breitbart, includes white nationalist websites, a white genocide-themed novel in which Indian men rape white women, xenophobic conspiracy theories, and eugenics-era immigration laws that Adolf Hitler lauded in Mein Kampf. So in these emails...
That sounds on brand.
Yeah, it most definitely is. Anyone paying attention is not surprised, for sure.
At all. Which means a lot of white people are surprised.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like the media has some part to blame in this because they romanticize the fuck out that dude. They've always framed him as this, really passionate person who got in trouble in high school for expressing his feelings and views on things. And it's that's a really amazing way to say he was a racist piece of shit. But, and they've ever since then, they've just been doing nothing but romanticizing his past life, his views. They've been sanitizing it, softening the language that they use around him. And it's just shit ain't gonna change because, again, the media they are too scared to just say, wow, this person's a white nationalist. He's a racist piece of shit. And it sucks.
So in this investigation, they reviewed more than 900 private emails that Miller sent to Breitbart editors between March 2015 and June 2016.
Jesus fucking Christ, bro.
Where Miller does not converse along a wide range of topics in these emails. His focus is strikingly narrow. More than 80% of the emails reviewed relate to or appear on threads related to the subjects of race or immigration.
Well, all right.
On immigration, he touches solely on the perspective of severely limiting or ending non-white immigration to the United States.
Specifically non-white.
Mm-hmm. We were unable to find any examples of Miller writing sympathetically or even in neutral tones about a person who is non-white or foreign-born.
Okay. Still on brand, but all right.
In September, Breitbart wrote about The Camp of Saints. It's a racist French novel by Jean Raspail. Notably, it's popular among white nationalists and neo-Nazis to the degree that it fictionalizes the white genocide, or quote-unquote the Great Replacement myth, into a violent and sexualized story about refugees.
Now, when was this book created?
A while ago, but it was put back into circulation in 1973 by Social Contract Press, which is a white nationalist publisher.
Of course. Don't you just love it when like racists get into power and put stuff back into circulation that probably shouldn't be in circulation, so that it can influence the other thousands among millions of people to continue the bullshit belief systems that they end up carrying on. Just love it. It's great. Yo, this Chardonnay hitting, man.
In this novel, it's an apocalyptic plot, and it centers around a flotilla of Indian people who invade France. It is led by a non-white Indian-born antagonist referred to as Turd Eater, a character who literally eats human feces.
White people are weird creatures, bro, I swear.
Wow. What? Why?
Because it's a racist book.
I mean, yeah.
Don't even try to...
But I've nah,
yeah,
you're right.
I don't know why you're trying to logically understand racism, bro.
Dude, I'm like tipsy, dude. I can't help but try to figure this shit out. That's weird. Racism is weird.
For a group of people who are superior, they sure are a bunch of scared bitches.
See, this is why people think we hate white people.
I mean...
They racist. It don't matter.
If you heard what I just said and took offense to that, hey man, that's your problem. I said white supremacist. So if you identify with that, probably should just kill yourself, really.
You want to go on record and say I didn't say any of that. I disagree with the white
I did. If you identify with white supremacy, you should just kill yourself. It'll make the world a better place. You can go to your white heaven and you got to worry about colored people. That's like the best, really, outcome, really. Everybody wins.
White heaven sounds mid.
It does.
Yo, no praise dances? Out of here.
Oh, they're there. They're just off beat.
Yeah. You're not getting Kanye Sunday service.
Oh no, they might. I don't know. They actually might. Let's trade that guy over when the race war comes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Who are you demanding in exchange for Kanye?
No, they can just have him.
Yeah, we can just give it away.
Negotiations.
Yeah, that's a free trade. They have them.
Yeah, we'll take a hit in the roster. We can accrue more as time goes by.
Yeah, they can have that one. It's a freebie from us, you know. But yeah, Stephen Miller. None of it is shocking if you even know a surface level amount of information about him. But you know, hopefully, this article and the emails, you know, they open the eyes to centrist / moderate America who just wants to ignore everything, and hopefully things go back to the quote unquote way they were, and they realize that the administration's racist as fuck, and it's kind of undeniable, but obviously they'll still deny it, but it's pretty fucking deniable.
You racist. What else is going on in politics? I feel like it's been a slow politics.
Well, that's pretty big. The impeachment stuff's starting.
Yeah, it started, but it's like, I don't know anything other than just starting. It's like, okay.
We'll see what comes of it.
Well, the intelligence panel announced it was going to hold 5 impeachment hearings next week over 3 days for some of the officials who have already had their closed-door depositions. There was one of Pence's aides, Alexander Vindman, who's the National Security Council aide, Kurt Volker, and some other people.
Cool.
Basically, like again.
Yeah, so we'll finally see they'll have to answer these questions in front of cameras, which, because humans are dumb, people will react differently than to the printed transcript of their depositions.
Of course. There's a lot more context involved when it comes to actually seeing people say things. So,
these testimonies have pretty much laid a pretty good narrative of what happened and why it happened.
All right. I'm not surprised by that.
But people are just too busy with their day-to-day lives to really care.
Mm-hmm.
That's accurate.
That's usually the case. It's like, I hear a thing, but I'm not going to look into thing because it sounds XYZ. So, and I got bills to pay. So, which to a degree is understandable, but it's also really irresponsible. So, yeah.
Big money, Mike.
What you mean?
I just know you got money, bro. It's okay.
I don't have money. What are you talking about? I'm broke as fuck. 3 U's. President. Oh yeah, Michael Bloomberg, whatever his name is, trying to run for president. Didn't like another New York mayor try to run for president? Have we ever heard from him since?
You mean Giuliani?
Yeah.
Oh, we're hearing about him.
What? He's still here?
He's a part of the Ukraine scandal.
Yo, what?
Boy, that Chardonnay must be strong.
Yo, I didn't know.
We literally talked to you about this like 2 weeks ago, Mike.
I don't remember at all. Damn.
So well spoken,
That's
ladies
wild.
and gentlemen.
It's wild.
We're going to chalk this up to the Chardonnay.
Please do, because I do not remember that at all.
We literally talked about him like butt dialing reporters.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he's the president's attorney.
How you get caught up? No. De Blasio. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Giuliani. I'm talking about De Blasio.
Oh, is he
the current mayor of New York?
Oh, he's like flirting with running.
Yeah, he went to like one of the debates or whatever. Sound like an idiot.
That sounds right.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm not like I know we didn't talk about him. I'm like, wait a minute. I had to think of the name first, but yeah, I got there. It took me a minute. Yeah, I'm like, hold on. I don't remember we talking about De Blasio at all.
Why would nobody's gonna vote for that man?
Of course not. I'm like, I'm ready for like the election to go down to Warren, Biden, and Sanders at this point. So I don't really give a crap about anybody else in that race. Didn't Buttigieg already quit? Or
no, he's still running. He's changed his.
Beto.
Beto. Yeah, he dropped out. But Peter, whatever last name, Bettelbug or whatever, he is still running. He has changed his approach to it. He used to be against universal health care. Now he's for it. And some other stuff. And the media's been pushing him kind of hard. I remember I saw one article talking about how he's the next Obama. And I was like, oh man, that's a reach. Like, there's a whole black woman running, but hey, let's just erase her for this guy. And it's like, he's got this amazing plan to bring America together, which is basically like be ever so slightly to the left of Joe Biden and just say whatever you want, say whatever is needed to win. And it's just like, all right, bro. So you're now for, Medicaid for all, whereas before you were against it, talking about how private insurance is so much better, which is
not
BS,
really,
but whatever. People like most people who even have insurance can't even afford that shit. So it's like, all right, bro. But it's actually really interesting to see that, Warren and Sanders and their Medicaid for all, they're forcing, other people to shift their shit. Like, they can't rest on the whole, hey, let's just keep things the way they are. It's great. When you got so many people like, no, the fuck it's not, bro. Insulin costs $1,200. Like, that's wild.
I'm still taken back that Pete Buttigieg is running for president after being a mayor of a small town. Like, it's not brought up enough how he's making a huge leap in political power.
Yeah, no senator seat, no governor, just straight for the day. Like, I was a mayor of a city, I know how to run shit, which clearly he doesn't know how to run shit in his own city, based on the comments I've heard. So, I mean,
this is America, man. Anybody can be president. Even a rich billionaire who's never been poor a day in his life.
Fair enough. You know what?
Even actors. Ronald Reagan.
I'll give actors the slide. Because I feel like...
Nah.
No. I like Arnold.
Like, they have just as much experience as you and I. Like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's a lot of like prospective billionaires trying to protect their investments and their friends' investments by like running for president because they see Warren and Sanders. Which the funny thing is about that, right? Even though they may be on like almost in two different versions of trying to like cut down billionaires, like I find the attacks on Warren specifically kind of weird because they're targeting her but not targeting Bernie at the same time, and I find that weird.
It's par for the course, unfortunately, for the Democrats and Democratic supporters. Like, hey man, if you're a Bernie Sanders fan, you can't possibly like Warren, and you can't stand the fact that other people like Warren. And
I just find it weird that she's getting attacked because I'm assuming it's more of a she thing, but
probably,
yeah, it's just weird because they got similar plans about busting billionaires and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, and even then, Warren is still more to the right than Bernie is. So it's like, I just want to know why she's getting attacked specifically by Bill Gates and stuff like that. Just curious.
The Bill Gates article was really funny because it's like, the funny thing is, it's like Bill Gates literally changed the entire narrative around that article because he was the one who threw out, getting taxed 100 billion of his worth. And that's what the entire conversation is now about. Even though Warren's proposed policy would never tax him that much. Like he wouldn't lose 100 billion, but that's all like the conversation is about. Yeah. So I'm just like, this is wild. And also that 100 billion is taking into account that Bill Gates never generated a single dollar. And it's just like, that would be the only way he would be left with so little. Like,
they don't
his
take money
billions make
at one
billions,
time.
like compound interest. Like, but now the entire conversation is a bunch of poor people trying to defend Bill Gates' wealth, and it's just like, all right, bro,
he worked hard for it.
Yeah, it's so weird because it's like, well, that's the reason why you idiots are making $7.25 an hour. Like, in order for a billionaire to exist, you have to be paid for shit. And it's like nobody makes the correlation between the two. Like, you see people who have GoFundMe's on their pinned tweet talking about some I can't afford healthcare, but you're out here defending billionaires. And it's like, what's not clicking? Like what's not clicking?
It's the end. America as a country is individualist to a flaw. That anytime that we do stuff on our own, the American dream, yada yada yada, that bullshit that we've spouted as a meme for years is slowly starting to show the flaws, but a lot of people aren't seeing it. It took a bunch of generations to even figure out that shit was bullshit in the first place. But it's like now we're starting to see, hey, maybe a super individualistic approach to life and pulling up bootstraps and all that nonsense or whatever may be bullshit. But some people are still stuck in the matrix in the sense of that ideal. And it's like, nah, fam, it don't work like that. Like, you can work hard and you still have too much at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like you can live off a few million. Like, you might have to downgrade your lifestyle a tiny bit, but you were living in excess anyways. So it's like, it shouldn't be an issue, but people want to protect their money. It's at the end of the day. They just want to protect those billions of dollars that they can just be done away with. They don't need it, but they don't care.
But I mean, the best part is like billionaires don't have to defend it because poor people defend it for them. So it's like, and the main argument you always hear is, oh, it's because the government is so inefficient. The government won't use the money right. And it's like, why the government's so inefficient? It's because it's been bought out by billionaires that you're defending.
Right.
And it's like, so the billionaires win either way in that respect, because it's like people are going to shit on the government and think that the billionaires can do a better job. And it's like, if that was so true, why the fuck does healthcare still suck so much in this country? Like, where are all these problem solving, like all these problems have been solved? Like, I don't see any fucking solutions to all these problems that we have in this country that everybody swears billionaires are better equipped to handle. Like, nigga, Flint still doesn't have clean water. You're telling me that no billionaire has ever just opened up the wall and say, hey, man, let me just drop a quick...
Oh, them niggas was quick to donate money to Notre Dame, though.
Hey.
They were quick. They didn't waste no time.
Something.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say racism, but, that's just my theory.
Shout out to racism.
Racism. Screwing white people over from their own self-interest for 200 some odd years in America.
Straight up.
But yeah, Moris, what else is on the agenda?
Well, internationally, Hong Kong is still in
they're
protest.
going to a slight depression now because of all the protests.
Yeah, they were debating whether to shut schools down.
I support Hong Kong. Keep doing what you need to do. I don't know how to say that in Mandarin and or Cantonese, so just keep doing what you're doing.
You smart. You loyal. Whatever else DJ Khaled said. Yeah.
So on Monday, protesters were throwing petrol bombs, setting fires, building barricades, and disrupting transport.
Damn,
according to
here
the police.
With the Molotovs? I fucks with it.
In total, 287 people were arrested on Monday, including 187 students.
It's usually the youth. The youth.
Gotta do what you gotta do to get the changes that you want. I respect it.
Just yesterday on Monday, a police officer shot a 21-year-old protester.
It's like the third shooting, isn't it?
I know there's been at least two.
Yeah.
If it was America, it would have been a lot more than that.
If it was America, nobody would have cared.
They're just rioting. They're messing up their own city.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, people pissed off. They have a reason to be pissed off. And at that point, if it gets to that point where they start rioting, then something gravely wrong with the institutions around them and not necessarily those people. But
I just
hey,
find
you know.
it very interesting that Republicans have like jumped on to this Hong Kong thing, talking about this is the power of freedom of voice and all this other stuff, and how they're so proud of those citizens for expressing themselves. These would be the same politicians when, you know, black folks riot and things about that for our freedoms and the issues that we have. We get called all kinds of names, boy. They're destroying their own cities. You know, all this stuff. And it's
thugs.
Like, thugs.
Hoodlums.
We all know what thug stands for. We all know what that really means.
Outside agitators.
Yeah.
Ooh. I heard that one in a while.
Like, they want us to respect them, but they can't respect themselves. That gets uttered a lot. It's really interesting how...
That's a really interesting phrasing of that term, man. Like, yo, I can feel the racism that seeps from that. It's like, what do you mean? Okay, John Wayne.
Good old America. Never change country. Well, I mean, you won't, but, you know.
What else is going on in the world?
We could exit from our political section of the podcast, but we're going to have to talk about T.I. to do so.
That nigga trash.
Yeah, that basically sums that up in a nutshell.
So T.I. in an interview was talking about how he essentially guards his 18-year-old daughter's virginity. In the interview, he says, "This is the thing. DJ is 18, just graduated high school now, and she's attending her first year of college, figuring it out for herself.
Grown ass woman.
And yes, not only have we had the conversation, we have yearly trips to the gynecologist to check her hymen. So it's this one time we go. I think this might have been after her 16th birthday. This is what we do. Right after the birthday, we celebrate," he said. "Usually like the day after the party, she's enjoying her gifts. I put a sticky note on her door. Gyno tomorrow, 9:30. So we'll go and sit down, and the doctor will come and talk, and the doctor's maintaining a high level of professionalism. He's like, 'You know, sir, I have to, in order to share information.' And I'm like, 'DJ, they want you to sign this so we could share information. Is there anything you wouldn't want me to know?' 'See, doc, no problem.'" And so they come and they say, "Well, I just want you to know that there are other people, there are other ways besides sex that the hymen can be broken, like bike riding, athletics, horseback riding, and other forms of athletic physical activity." So I say, "Look, doc, she don't ride no horses, she don't ride no bikes, she don't play no sports.
Nigga, how the fuck you do? I'm sorry. Anyway.
Just check the hymen, please, and give me back my results expeditiously."
Yeah, so as was previously stated by Mike, this nigga's trash, bro. Like, just complete garbage of a human being.
Way to take something as wholesome as, hey, being the guy, taking your daughter to the gynecologist, you ain't got to learn all the extra stuff and all that, worry about her hymen and everything. And, you know, just making sure she knows that exactly where to go, where she can go to get her feminine needs checked on and everything like that. You can sit in the office, read a magazine, not ask her any personal questions, because those personal questions are personal to her. She deserves her own privacy. She's 18 years old. I don't understand why he needs to know this information. Like, and I'm glad she unfollowed her entire family, because that's embarrassing.
And the thing is, though, is that, like, from the article, it insinuates that he is making these gynecologist visits not for her feminine needs, but specifically to check for her hymen. So he's not actually even going there to say, hey, you know, here's like X, Y, and Z that need to be yearly checked up. That man is going specifically for the hymen, and that's it. And that is just
for his own ego.
Yeah,
really.
That was established when he said, "Give me back my test results."
Yes, like, that's so disgusting.
It's nasty and it's creepy. Honestly, I said this on Twitter. I said, like, this shit is like ever slightly pedophilic, man. Like, it is creepy because the way he guards his daughter's body and he acts like he has ownership over it is just, that's just fucking weird. And I know there's so many people who agree with this, and it's just like, it's god damn it, boy, it's so nasty.
I love the lack of self-awareness when he realizes, when the doctor tells him that the hymen can be broken so many other ways, and yet and still he cares about, like, going to the doctor every year.
And the thing is like, that's not even a reliable test for virginity. Like,
it isn't at all.
It's like,
all. The doctor probably said that. He was like, all right, bro.
I honestly hope the doctor's just telling T.I., yeah, man, it's still there. But then he takes Dejanay aside and, he runs the necessary tests just for personal health and doesn't actually tell T.I. anything actually really important. Basically just lies to T.I. to make him feel better. Because it's really fucked up in so many ways. And I see so many people defending it. And it's like, you guys never have that same energy for your sons. T.I. doesn't have that same energy for his son. Like, somebody posted a clip from his show and they were on the beach and his 16-year-old, he was like, oh, you having sex? Ooh. I'm like, bro, you didn't keep any of that energy for your daughter, man. That's wild.
Trash. They even had like a podcast with him and Tiny or whatever. And he was saying like her sex box is half his. And I was like, nigga, what?
T.I.'s canceled expeditiously.
Yeah. And wasn't it like he made like a post saying that one of the things about it is that no guy's gonna want a virgin or something like that. And then like after he made that comment on that radio show, a whole bunch of men flooded her DMs on IG asking to pop her chair. I was like, bruh, see, like you just exposed your daughter to shit that she doesn't deserve to be exposed to. No woman deserves that shit. But it's just like your daughter was out here just living her life, and you just aired her entire personal business like that, just to gloat that you have a creepy level of control over her body. And it's just like
she's pure.
It's weird, man. Western cultures and this fucking obsession with the quote unquote purity of women is just the weirdest shit ever. It's like dudes want women to be pure, but dudes want to sleep with women. And it's like, all right, bro, y'all got to see the hypocrisy and what the fuck you're saying at some point, but they never do.
There is no cognitive dissonance when it comes to that at all. It's just like, this is how things are. This is how it's supposed to be. That's it. I'm done. No self-awareness, no accountability, no just being no critical thinking. Just like, hey, women gotta be pure, but you gotta be sluts at the same time. That makes complete sense. And only for me, not anybody else, just for me. Do we have any wholesome celebrity news?
No. But we do have more celebrity news. So Cynthia Erivo, who was cast to play Harriet Tubman in the new movie Harriet.
Oh, God.
She is a British actor of Nigerian descent whose credits include Widows and Bad Times at the Al Royale. She made some jokes earlier in her career about quote-unquote ghetto American accent, and people are digging these back up because they're kind of uncomfortable with someone disparaging Black Americans and then portraying one of the greatest Black Americans in all of American history in a movie. And it's this dynamic. I mean, you guys could probably speak on it a lot better than I can, between Black Americans and non-Americans who are Black. That war.
The diaspora war.
Yeah, basically is what it is. It's the weirdest thing ever. And it's like, I don't know, like it's the stupidest fucking thing ever, because it's like so many of these groups love like shitting on Black Americans for, not for being enslaved, for not knowing where we come from, for the financial situation of our group as a whole in America. Like they just love shitting on it, or saying, oh, you guys don't have a culture and things like that. And it's really interesting because like you never see that kind of energy really directed towards like, say, Haitians or people from the Caribbean in general. It's always directly aimed at African Americans. Like, don't get me wrong, like Haitians in the Caribbean in general, they get shitted on to like point in case the complete erasure of, Afro Latinos and like in the general sense. But what I'm saying is more so, you really don't see these same people asking, Haitians like, hey, you don't, like, making fun of them, saying you don't know where you came from. You guys are the product of slavery and things like that. It is always aimed at African Americans. And it's always been really weird because it's like, these are the same groups who consume our non-existent culture as they would as they would say. But it's like every time you see these kind of people complaining, you know, they pick up on our vernacular, they pick up on our dress, they pick up on our music, they emulate our music. And it's just like, you know, I don't understand what high horse you can get on to shit on us for not knowing our where we come from, you know, as far as regions within Africa, when you were colonized by the exact same people, and that forever changed the course of your culture and your people. You know what I mean? Like, it's just really weird to always hop online and just see that time and time again. And like, I don't take it personally, I don't take it personally to the point where like, I'm like, oh man, fuck Nigerian American, things like that. Like, I just realized that it's an individual thing, and like, this one person's an idiot or this person's an idiot, but it's just like, why is that your go-to? Like you have no real to shit on a group of people for not having, you know, this 2,000-year-old culture, things like that, when, you know, your people didn't fare much better under colonialism. It's just really weird. But, you know, I honestly think the reason why African Americans in general get it is because they see our culture, African American culture, as American culture. So they associate it with white people in general. You know what I mean? Like, they don't say the same thing about Haiti, because as a country, you know, Haiti is still a black country. They're not lorded over by, you know, the white Haitian, you know, majority. There isn't white Haitian majority, but you know what I mean? But like that majority, whereas in America, we're only 15%, well, actually 13% of the country. So it's like they see African American not as a culture, but just like as a group within the American culture that is white America. So I think that's why they feel they have this free reign of shit on us like that.
I don't like how, going back to the Harry thing, I don't like how a lot of the director and the actor, and Oprah by extension, because I guess she's really caping for it, are ignoring the issue of her comments just to justify making this movie, or justify people going to go see the movie, because for some reason certain narratives of black cinema have to be seen, quote unquote. This isn't like a Black Panther where it's something a little bit more fresh and a little bit more different. It's like, oh, it's Harriet. But it's like, at the same time, it's like, it's also a slavery movie that we've had billions of at this point in time. And it's and even though it's telling a specific person that we may have not seen in media, but Harriet's definitely been in a lot of different mediums, especially TV and underground. I heard that was pretty good. Her character in there was pretty good. But I think a lot of current Black adults, young adults, teenagers, and kids have a great grasp about history because we're taught it at such a young age, and it's a lot more available to be taught. You know, it's not like the older generations where it was almost nowhere to be found. You were just learning about Columbus and stuff like that. So I feel like the need to always go for those stories is kind of whack. That's why I appreciated Watchmen going over the riots and stuff like that, because that's a story that we hear about it often, but we don't actually get to see it. And I think that fact that some of the Black elite are pushing it is really disconcerting to me.
I will say you have a much better faith in America as an educational institution than I do.
Not as an educational, but the informations are more easily available nowadays.
You have faith in people to go seek that out. I don't.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I mean, if people sought out information, we probably wouldn't have Trump in the White House.
Yeah, because you can just seek out information. I always found the wrong information too. So Google is a tool, not a one-way route to information and knowledge and wisdom. So the Chardonnay's wearing off. I'm sad.
Okay, let's talk about LeBron James.
LeBron James.
What LeBron James do? What do you do?
So he's getting a little flack. Some people are calling his Taco Tuesday meme that he does every Tuesday a little bit racist.
Yeah, I've been saying that, but most when he does the accent, he does the I'm like, bro, that is not necessary at all.
No.
Like, tacos are like enjoyed by everybody.
So every Tuesday, LeBron has a tradition at his home where he has Taco Tuesday, and he posts this on IG and all over his socials. And there's an article written today by Hector Diaz at SB Nation asking are stating rather that there's a problem with LeBron James Taco Tuesday videos. And he zeroes in on the fact that when he exclaims Taco Tuesday for the second time, it slips into what could be seen as a stereotypic Mexican accent.
Oh.
An accent that has parallels to characters like the Looney Tunes.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I've been saying that shit because like I watched one of his videos on IG and he did the IE thing. I was like, oh my God, bro, you can't do that, man. Like, what? Come on. Everyone's like, oh, lighten up. I was like, please, man, this is a white guy saying it was like Watermelon Wednesday. I'm going to give me some watermelon. We be fucking flipping out. Like, come on. Let's be consistent, man. Then he tried to trademark Taco Tuesday, and I was like, bro, the audacity.
That was disrespectful.
That was the most offensive thing of the whole thing.
That was disrespectful.
Still my goat, though.
You know what? All goats can't be perfect.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I was about to say something really fucked up, but never mind. I
No,
won't
go
say
for
that.
it. No,
I won't
go
say
ahead.
that about Michael Jordan.
No, fuck
Or
that.
Kobe
Say
Bryant.
that. No, fuck that. Say that. No, it's okay, but we're comparing three great players. Go for it, Morris.
Oh, about Kobe. Oh.
Say it, Morris.
I should have prefaced this by saying that I am a fan of LeBron James. And he plays for the team that I am biased towards as well. And yeah, when I first saw his Taco Tuesday videos, I was like, I don't know about that one, LeBron. I don't know if that's smart. And that was months ago. And he does it every Tuesday. So I'm a little surprised that there's actually something being written about it.
Because it's kind of like some stuff like, so you hear it so much, it's like, all right, whatever, you know. But sometimes it wears on you a little bit, and you're just like, all right. Just got to stop. Maybe, I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm surprised somebody said anything in the first place. Or it's just LeBron.
Some strains of stereotypes and racism are more acceptable in American society than others.
Yeah. So especially when it comes to Latin and Asian cultures, it's a little bit more people saying like fake Chinese or certain groups of people calling their eyes a certain slur, and it never registers that they're saying a slur for some reason. So yeah, I get it.
He's had a pretty good, resume so far of unproblematic to problematic.
You know
ratio.
what? Outside of China and the Taco Tuesday thing, I mean, considering who he's up against in the GOAT problematic awards, he's at the top at the moment. I don't know what with him and Kareem are at the top, right? I'm assuming.
I put them up there, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Definitely putting Jordan up there. That's for damn sure.
No. Even though he's paying for insurance or something like that, or some philanthropic thing he's doing, that's like, that's
so sweet of him.
That's different.
For that tax write-off. That's nice.
That's different.
If only you donated that billions to fundamental changes within American society so that you don't have to do that philanthropy bullshit. But hey,
I mean, the worst thing he did to me, in my opinion, was shoot those threes and then get those Stadium of Kids Jordans. So, Oh, damn. I'm still getting these Jordans, though, but damn, that's fucked up.
Down with capitalism.
I bought some Jordans in Europe. Shut up.
Those are Nike dunks, actually.
Oh, get out of here.
Just I just want to point out, I just want you to be completely accurate with it. They were not Jordans.
Like the record
They were
reflect,
Nike dunks.
they were not actually J's.
Retro ones.
Nike dunks.
Okay, sure. Mm-hmm.
No, they were Nike dunks. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
This guy does not like being wrong, as y'all can tell.
Nope.
But down with capitalism. I'm going into my new bin now. No more fuck America now. It's just down with capitalism in general.
I fucks with that.
Capitalism?
I don't know what we're going to replace it with, but we'll figure that out when we get there.
I mean, because to be honest, that's kind of the issue for most people outside of the random fascist countries that you get here and there. Capitalism and fundamentalism are two things you can also put in that together. It seems like they make good bed buddies.
On a tangent, congratulations to the CIA for outing that president of Bolivia. You guys did it. Now you can install your right-wing politician and fuck up that country like you did so many countries in Latin America.
Get that lithium.
Yeah, man, they did it again. America going strong in destabilization. Oh, you can't see it. I just did a thumbs up.
Hey, y'all see this thing about Kanye talking about running for president in 2024 and somebody was laughing? Y'all seen that video?
Yes.
And he was.
He's like, "What y'all laughing for?"
I get what you said. The thing you said was hilarious.
Oh my god, that was funny. Yeah.
If we're being serious, he won't even get out of the primaries. It's Kanye
He won't
West.
fill out
He's
the
gonna,
paperwork.
he's gonna run out of money.
I mean, he's not even going to be able to raise money. I really think he thinks he's like Trump, and it's like, bro, you're missing one important aspect.
One huge
$1 billion.
aspect.
You're not white. Like, white people are not going to vote for you like that, bro. Like, you don't have that white racism going for you. Like,
You just got that Clarence Thomas as like, just like,
they're
yeah.
gonna be like, why will we have a you when we can just vote for Trump again? Like, there's no reason to vote for
In 2024,
the black guy when there's there's no reason, but still there's no reason to vote for a black guy when they can vote for a white guy who's racist against white people.
yeah.
Like,
Damn, dude, that's like 5 years away.
yeah, maybe by that time he'll be checked into a mental institution anyway.
Hopefully, make sure he can get his stuff worked out. I kind of hate.
Yeah,
I kind of feel sorry for Kim in this situation because
I don't, because she's enabling that shit. Like,
Not really.
she's not putting that nigga on drugs.
oh well, okay, that way, yeah. I just
Yeah, like,
she's not handling it properly, so to speak.
she's letting this dude be a whole megalomaniac, and she's like, oh, well, you know, he's a free spirit, and I'm going to school for lawyer. Like, okay, bro, like,
You can still
your husband's
help that
like
man
clearly
out.
wilding.
Yeah.
Like, he's clearly fucking wilding on a mental fucking state, but you just letting this dude cook. Like, okay, man, you clearly give no fuck about his well-being.
Has anything else happened?
Absolutely
Yeah, like-
nothing else happened.
Oh, so y'all,
Disney Plus launched.
man, fuck that shit.
Disney.
Fuck Disney.
Shout out to getting it for free on Verizon.
Shout out to piracy.
Wow. Verizon doing that, huh?
Look at me saying down capitalism, but being excited about it.
And paying for Verizon.
I need a cell phone, man.
I mean, there's plenty of different carriers you could have went to.
Like,
T-Mobile.
which is with Sprint.
Okay.
Gotta end these
Metro
monopolies.
Metro PCS. Google.
Metro PCS, which uses AT&T's servers and towers. And then also don't forget that the telecom companies, they have legislation in place in
That
a few
too.
states where states cannot roll out their own.
That too.
States and cities cannot roll out their own
Shout out to
internet
Chattanooga,
service.
though. Because they said, fuck that shit. We getting our own good shit. Hers pretty
Yeah, but it's
actually.
Chattanooga, so I can't move there.
Chattanooga's not too bad.
It's too cold for me.
Cold? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess it's up in the mountains. Maybe. I haven't been there during the winter, so it's been a while. It sounds like a kid.
I can't even do a winter right now. When I was in the
It's cold.
South.
It's cold as fuck, man. It's like 29 degrees outside.
See?
I don't know what to do.
If I keep going any further south, I'm going to be like drowning in Miami. Like, I don't want that, so I'm just screwed.
Moris is like 29 degrees. What the fuck is that?
It doesn't go down that low, does it?
Yes, here.
Here?
East Coast in the South, yeah. 29 degrees.
Oh, Trey was saying it was snowing.
That's New
You should
York.
live in Buffalo.
That's New
Like,
York. Yeah.
it's always snowy in New York. They don't have summers. They just have light winters.
Yeah, so
It was like
like
mid 70s today out here. It was so nice.
I bet it was.
Must be
I mean,
nice.
we're on fire half the year now, but
I mean, I was actually kind of like, yeah, I wish it did get a little colder. It's fall. I wouldn't mind a little brisk breeze. I can start wearing my sweaters. I didn't ask for it to be like below
so we can
freezing.
really start dressing.
Yeah, but that shit, this shit started like
now you're at
29
home
degrees.
in sweatpants.
Like, damn, I wish it was summer so I can really stop dressing.
Nah, I'm good on summer for a while. I just want to get a little cold, like 40, 50, brisk breeze across the ear.
That would
and
be
stuff
nice.
like that.
I would be happy with like a good, 68 as a steady temp. But
Oh yeah, my birthday is in 11 days. So
what do you want us to do with this information, Mike?
I'm gonna set up a GoFundMe.
I knew this day was coming.
But what do you want us to do with this money, with this information, Mike?
I'm gonna set up a GoFundMe.
How many years
for
old is
birthday
this?
Celebrations. What?
The big 2-8.
2-7.
The last good year.
I feel like you've been 27 for like a good 2 years
I've
at
been
this point.
26
For 2 years.
25.
I don't know, bro. Like, I swear you've been 27 for a hot minute now,
No,
bro.
you get me confused with.
I remember
Trey
a
or
group
something.
chat you said about you were 27 like a year ago, man.
No,
I feel like you're denying your age. You're scared. You're terrified.
I was born in '92. Why would I lie about that?
Just, it's okay to get older, bro. Like, you got to keep pushing your age back, bro.
I mean, yeah, I'm approaching 30, and I'm like, well, hold your horses there. But at the same time, it's like my girl's throwing me a birthday thing, so.
Oh, that's totally adorable. That 28-year-old.
27, but yeah.
So he says, everybody.
I'm still a young whippersnapper out here, man.
No, you're pretty old, boy. 25 was like 2 years ago for you. You're over the hill.
I'm not washed yet.
You're not new either. So you're washed. When that first gray hair kicks in.
Yo, fam, I already got one.
Ooh. Oh, you definitely old.
Yeah.
Ooh, told you last good year.
Hey, yo, with all this hair and seeing that one gray strand, it's like, yo, what the fuck?
And when you have black hair, that shit stands out so much more.
Yes, I know. I was like detangling and I just saw it. I was like, what the fuck is this? Thought you were gone. I plucked it like years ago, like months ago.
No, it's here to stay now.
Yeah, I know. That hurt.
Damn, man. You got gray hairs.
Hair. It's a hair.
You probably got something you don't know about, bro.
Definitely.
I've been I saw that when I started checking. I was like, let me see.
I mean, how you checking the back of your head, Mike?
Start riding your wheel, Mike. It's over.
You get your PS4.
Yo, real talk. I want to do an interactive wheel like for my kids, fam. I've thought about this.
Better get on that kid thing, bro. You getting old.
I mean, hey, hey, I'm already on that. Securing the future already.
All right, heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Mike's a father.
No,
Mike Breezy is actively trying to become a father.
Not yet. Just saying. Like I know,
you literally just said
the person I'm with. I'm like, yo, I see this potentially happening, maybe somehow.
This man just told this girl, "You gonna have a baby? That's wild."
Didn't say
that is very wild.
Didn't say that.
ITI.
This man told this girl, "Look, I see you having a baby." Like, wow.
Expeditiously. SoWellspoken.com.
That's a good note to end this podcast on. Sheesh.
Yo, I don't know if I said this on the last podcast. Guy saw me watching me edit my video. And he was like, what type of stuff are you talking about, man? I told him I like do like soapboxes and stuff. And he's like, yeah, I was just talking about usually like topics that not a lot of people talk about purity tests and allyship, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, okay. So what are you talking about? You don't talk about the whole toxic masculinity thing, right? Now I gave him a look like, oh shit, what have I done? What have I got myself into? I was like, what you think about that, man? I was like, I don't think it's really I don't really think it's a thing you need to be worried about too much because, I mean, men can be toxic. But when the world ends, who's going to hunt? I just walked away.
But who's going to hunt, Mike?
Everybody. Like, who's
going to have your wife out there hunting, Mike?
Everybody got to hunt. The kids got to hunt. What you mean?
Going to have your 4-year-old out there hunting, Mike? That's wild, bro.
Just like Atreus and fucking God of War. That
nigga was like 11, bro.
Okay.
That's such a hardcore dedication to the patriarchy.
Is it?
That he's already resigned to the fact that patriarchy is going to destroy the world and we're going to be reduced back to hunter-gatherers.
Yo, that was the wildest
But he wants
thing.
the same framework to exist then.
That's the wildest thing. I'm sitting here like, dude, like, do you know that the patriarchy was set up? It wasn't just the women and men were hunting back then. It wasn't just like a thing that just the men just came out to hunt. Like, this shit was wild. I had to walk away. I work with this nigga, so I see him every day. I try to avoid conversation. And nigga was talking about like chips that put that chip conspiracy theory thing that people have.
The who?
The chip.
No.
You're gonna have to elaborate on chip.
Oh my god! All right, so basically, it's part like end of the world. He's fucking conspiracy theory. It's like end of the world shit. Like, oh, they're gonna put a chip into you so they can track you at all times.
A cell phone?
That's exactly what I was thinking about. I was like, yo, we already have that. It already exists. They're just using it to get money. And maybe find out if you commit a crime or some shit like that. Dude, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, man, I got the chip. Oh, I'm telling you, dude, global warming's gonna fuck everything up. No, the chip is. I was like, oh, okay.
And that inspired you to live in the woods with your wife and
No, I just want to live in the woods.
It's the only way to get away from the chip.
Apparently. Even though I'm going to probably have a phone and a laptop and everything and a computer with me. So
you're bringing the chips with you.
Yeah.
So you're going to live off grid, but be on the grid.
Exactly. I'm going to have a VPN. That should be good.
You're going to be inconveniently on the grid.
Yeah. I'm going to have a VPN. I'm going to be good, right? That's how that works.
So you're going to live in the woods, but you're going to have wireless internet and electricity. Why don't you just live in the suburbs?
Because that's hell.
I mean, you'll be living in isolation in the woods.
That's different. I'm in isolation. I don't have to deal with people outside of my family.
Your kids are going to hate you. I think he's going to have no friends. Like, yo, this is trash, bro.
Yo,
like,
Dad, why are we here?
Why are we even here? Like, his ass isn't on Twitter all day telling everyone where he's at.
Right? Like, every time you tweet, it's going to say right at the bottom, like...
Oh, Mike's Lodge or some bullshit.
Well, Mike, good luck on your children and your plan to get your girlfriend, have kids for you and all that. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But there's no escaping the chip.
No.
There is none, yeah.
No.
The chip will get you.
Mm-hmm.
SoWellSpoken.com. Find us on Twitter, Spotify, iTunes, or Apple Music. Are we on Amazon?
Amazon what? Do they have a thing?
Yeah. They have Amazon Music, yeah.
No.
We're not on Amazon yet, but one day we might. We don't know. We're looking for sponsors. Bevel dropped us. They sold out. Unfortunate. So, if you're a multi-billion-dollar corporation, hit us up.
Yo, Activision.
I know I said down with capitalism, but I mean like in the future, not right now.
Activision, hit us up. I got Modern Warfare. I like you.
I don't know about Activision. Sony, if you want to hit us up, we'll plug PlayStation 5. Greatest entertainment system ever.
And give us like free PlayStation 5s, by the way, too.
I'm not asking for all that. I'm just asking for a nice slow start. We just work our way up there.
I'm asking for a PlayStation 5.
Are we on Google Music?
Yeah.
Yes.
Check us out on Google Music. Check everybody out at their respective Twitter handles. Mine, I'm not going to say because it's a lot of work.
This is all on the website.
It is. Just go to the website.
So well spoken.
Just go there.
I have a separate channel for my soapbox videos. I just uploaded a new one. It's dope. That is all.
Okay, but what is it, Mike?
About purity test and allyship?
No, like what's the name of the channel, Mike?
Mike's Soapbox.
There you go. So look up Mike's Soapbox. Because if you would have never said that, you'd be sitting here like, what the fuck's the channel, Mike? I have nothing else to plug, so that was it. That's my only social media. I don't have a LinkedIn.
You don't?
No.
Surprising.
I have enough networking that I don't need it.
Oh,
wow.
Flex.
Ooh.
It's not a flex. It's kind of a requirement for anybody, really.
I mean, you ain't got to put it out there like that.
You asked me. I'm just responding to the question that was presented to me.
Yeah.
Well, I have a LinkedIn.
There you go.
Same.
Follow Moris. That is LinkedIn.
Same.
You get over here and endorse me on some of these Excel skills I have.
I don't have any Excel skills, actually, so I suck with Excel.
You could just lie about it. No, there's no job that requires such great Excel skills.
Yeah, you're right. I have Excel skills.
If you could open Excel, you got Excel skills.
There you go.
I pay for it every month.
The wild thing is I actually don't have Microsoft on my computer. Huh. But I can still use Excel. That's true. I don't think I've ever used Google Excel or whatever they call it in their version. But yeah, that is it. I think that's everything.
All right. See you guys next time.
Yep.
Oh, right at 12 o'clock. Look at that.
Outro plays now.